Okay, so today is the first real episode of Peg Doll Fundamentals, where I teach you everything you need to know about making your own peg dolls. So this episode is going to be all about materials. And the awesome thing about this is that all of the materials I use are like super affordable, so I'm going to take you on a little tour of that right now. Okay, so these are the paints I use, and almost all of them are just this Craftsmart brand that you can get at like Michael's and probably other craft stores, but I always get them at Michael's. And then in here is the sealer I usually use, and it's actually just matte Mod Podge mixed with some water to give it a good consistency. And here's my little paintbrush holder, and my favorite brand to use is actually, again, just this Craftsmart brand. And I really like the purple ones. They are white Taklon. And like maybe if I bought more expensive paintbrushes, they would last longer and stuff. But honestly, I'm just like, I don't know, I like what I use and it's working, so. And for my detail brushes, I use these little guys. They are size 000 and they just have a really nice tiny fine tip for when I need to do detailing work. For my paint palettes, I always just use a regular glossy paper plate, and you can see I have my whole stack over there. And here's my drawer of peg dolls, and these are all the 2.5-inch size, which is like the standard size that I do. And then I also have like the big boys for the cake toppers, and then in here I have my small size, and in here I have my mini size. For the peg doll blanks, I usually get them at either Woodpecker Crafts or Casey's Wood Products, but they also sell them in little packs of 2 at Michael's, and they're not quite exactly the same shape. I can show you, this is like a super old one I made in like 2012. It's Augustus Waters, his leg comes off. So they're like slightly different shape, but basically the same. So if you're just starting out, you can get those, and they come in little 2 packs at Michael's. Also, I got a question about how I make my eyes so perfectly round, and I use these little dotting tools, and they just came in like a pack of a bunch of different sizes, and they're usually made for like nail art, but any brand will do. You can get them on Amazon or wherever you get them. And I think that's basically it for all the main materials I use. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about my materials and things like that, and let me know what you want me to cover in future videos.